stupid machine is supposed to start recording when I hit the button, and instead it turns the volume down. And then when I twist the little connector on the phone, then it starts recording. Anyway, sorry. Thanks to anybody who's keeping up with it. Since I sent out my dramatic escape from China message 2 weeks ago, I thought I should probably put an update on. To let you guys know I'm fine. I've actually recorded a couple of these already, and I never posted them because I wasn't fine. Cambodian food is the food situation here is not the best. I mean, the Khmer food is fine. The cuisine is fine. It's if you're stupid enough to go off the Khmer list and try and eat some Western food, they don't know how to prepare it. They don't know to refrigerate mayonnaise. In most places you go, like the hotel that I was at was great, so that really saved me. They made really great food, and I ate Khmer food most of the time, but occasionally I would have a tuna sandwich or something, which was on the menu. And at my hotel, that was great. That was fine. Before you go off the hotel in Sihanouk, which is where I spent the first 2 weeks, not so good. So I've had several bouts of just lying in bed all day with stomach issues, and yeah, thankfully they're Western toilets here, so there's at least that. But yeah, so I've moved on. I'm now no longer in Sihanouk. If you took a look at one of the little videos that I shot there, the whole place is completely under construction. I mean, from the top down, which is going to be good in the long run, I think. They're building a lot of new casinos. I mean, it's going to be it's supposed to be the Las Vegas of Southeast Asia. Whether that happens or not, I don't know, but they'll certainly have a lot of buildings because there's virtually nothing there now, and there's a zillion construction sites all over town building big casinos. But they're also rebuilding the roads, good, interstate quality roads. Honestly, they're big, reinforced concrete streets all over town, which is good. They're building a sewer system, which I'm told they had before, and they're just rebuilding it, which is great too. I don't really know that they had one before. I don't know if I believe that, but okay. It's all getting rebuilt, so it's going to be, all new when they finish it. Whether they'll have the tourism for it, I don't know. That's why things like that usually go incrementally, but whatever, they're getting it built, so it'll be there. Maybe they won't have the funds to maintain it if there's no tourists, because they're driving away a lot of the current tourists. I mean, it was, up until now, it's been a backpack destination for a couple of decades. Backpackers paradise, really. The town is full of young, college-age travelers that are there to party, and the beaches outside of town are full of stoners, old hippies coming out. That a lot of them set up shop there and just live. I was at Otras Beach because the place I was at cost $7.50 a night, which was great, and the food was actually really good at the hotel. Again, at the hotel, not anywhere else. But all in all, right now Sihanouk is a miserable place to be. It's just miserable. Too much. The construction is just over the top, and they're letting the casinos take over, and the casinos aren't even built yet. They don't even have any customers, so they don't know that they're gonna succeed. There are plenty of failures in business and plenty in tourism. So we'll see. I don't know. They're driving away the people now in hopes that they'll get the Las Vegas crowd. They want to get a lot of Chinese tourists, but who knows if they will. I mean, China already has Macau, which is a big gambling destination. Anybody that likes to gamble is going to go there. I know. For beaches, there's just too much competition, and they're not going to attract people just for their beaches. Southeast Asia is full of beaches. Everywhere you look. Beautiful. I mean, Thailand is just chock-a-block with the most gorgeous beaches you've ever seen, and not full of trash. I don't know what they're going to do with all the trash on the beaches. And they had to rebuild the beaches now. I don't know what's done it, but the beaches in Sihanouk are destroyed. They've been washed. The sand's just been washed out to sea. You can tell from things that are permanent there. The sand level, I should put it on the camera. The sand level was here, and now it's way down lower. So I don't know. But enough about Sihanouk. It's not a pleasant place. But there was a great train ride from Sihanouk to Kampot. Kampot is the next town, on the next stop on the way. It was a great train ride, a lot of fun. Maybe I'll put some pictures of the train on at a later date. I'm just going to post this video as is without editing, because it's been so long since I checked in. I want you guys to know I'm okay. But I'm here in Kampot, and on that note, I guess you guys are watching the news. We don't really see much end in sight to the coronavirus thing, so I don't have any plans to go back to China right now. My boss has given me a date of March 15th, and that sounds great. I mean, if we can hold to that schedule, then I won't have any problem here getting by. But if we can't, if at some point he says, boy, this is going to take till April, I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I only have so much money saved up. I'm sort of burning through it now. I mean, at $7.50 a night, it's not too bad. I'm not destitute. But part of the reason I came to Kampot, I'll be honest, is because I needed a shower in a real room, and they have real hotels here. So I got a little guest house outside of town. It's really nice. It's not quite $30 a night, so it's less than $30 a night, so it's not outrageously expensive, but it is on my current budget. I'm spending way too much there, so I'm staying 2 nights, and I get 2 days worth of shower and air conditioning, and then I'm going to move on to another cheap spot, which actually isn't far from here. It's a beach spot down the road a bit called Kampot, and I'm going to stay there a few nights, maybe longer than 2 nights. I don't know. I'll have to look. Yeah, it's hard to say. I'm just playing it by ear, I think. But the next stop after that is Vietnam. I've already got my Vietnam visa. It's good to the end of the month, so at some point when I decide I need another break, I guess, I'll move on to Vietnam, and I might just cross the border and grab a bus to Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon. That'll be the next place where I get a real hotel and can relax a bit. But because of that, I may spend more time in Kampot. I don't know. It's all up in the air now. That's a good ways off, though. That's like I mean, this was 2.5 hours, I think, on the train to get here. That was an easy trip. It was really nice. And but from Kampot to Ho Chi Minh City is going to be a short jump across the border, because it's very close to the border, and then the bus ride is good, like 6 to 8 hours according to how many stops you've got. So that's quite a bus ride. Maybe it's best to get an overnight ride, although it's easier to get robbed than an overnight bus, obviously. So I don't really like taking those, but I also don't like sitting up all day and staring out a window for 8 hours. So we'll see what the situation is there. I'm gonna mention Kampot, where the hell I am now, I forget. I'm in Kampot now. I'm gonna mention what's going on here and what the place is like, just to let you guys see, and maybe I'll post a video later. I don't know. I'm not really getting around to editing as many of these videos as I'd like, even though it seems like I have nothing but time. But it's a cool little town. I mean, obviously we're still tropical. All of Cambodia is tropical, so the weather is very nice, very warm. The river is behind me. It's a river town. We're not on the beach. Kampot is the closest beach to here, so they're very close to related towns. If you were to come here, and I'm sure you will, because who doesn't pop in every now and again, you'll see that mostly the town is nothing to look at. It's an old French colonial town. It is obviously quite loved by expats. I see expats all over the place here. And because of that, there are a lot of Western businesses, and that attracts travelers. So it's a stop on the tourist circuit, but there's not much here in the town as far as sights go. It's nice because it's right here on the river. river smells like shit right now, but other than that, it's nice. And you can see, maybe you can see off in the background the mountain. That's a national forest, national park. Bokor National Forest is the name of it. And it looks like it would be a cool place to go. If I was here just as a tourist, I'd be planning to do all sorts of stuff outside, little villages outside the town, salt fields. I don't know why that's amazing, but I'll stop and get some pictures of that. The national forest, mangrove swamps, all sorts of stuff like that. Everything to do here is outside the town, which is kind of understandable, and it's nice to have this as a home base to come back to. And there's lots of, like I said, Western restaurants. When you get Khmer food, it's here. Thai food. There's a little bit of everything here for the tourists. It's more expensive than regular Cambodia as far as like travel to get here from the train station, which was no more than 20 minutes. It was about $3 in a tuk-tuk. Now, that may sound like a good deal to you, but where I live in China, you get a taxi anywhere in town for $1. So it's not really cheap. But for a Westerner, I mean, that's why the prices are higher. Westerners come here and they hear $3, which is triple what a decent price would be. And I pay more than $1 here. I've been paying about $1.25 because I'm just like, I know how to walk back to my hotel. So somebody wants to charge me $3 for a tuk-tuk ride. Okay, I don't really need that. And also, I don't really need the tuk-tuk. They call, in Asia, usually you can get a ride on the back of someone's moped for, well, actually in China, that strangely is about the same price as a taxi, which is why they're not usually worth doing. But anyway, I don't see those here. I don't ever see the motodocs, they call them in Cambodia. But I've yet to see one. Apparently tourists are not big on that, which nobody has with luggage. It's not good to get on a moped with luggage. Anywho, so it's a nice town. If I was on vacation, I would probably want to stay here longer and do some of the stuff around in the area around here. But it's too expensive for me. Like I said, my little guest house is nice, but not only is it almost $30 a night, it's outside of town, so I got to pay that. I either have to walk, which is not a bad walk, but I don't want to do it at night, and pay $1 just to get to your hotel and back. That's not cool. Okay, so the next place is going to be Kampot, and I will set I will. Wait, how long have I been talking? Where's the timer? Okay. All right, guys. I will give you an update, as I usually say and never do, when I get to the next place. Kampot's only be a couple of days, so I'll be posting again in a couple of days. That place looks pretty cool, so I may actually wait and get some shots and edit something. I don't know. But it looks like a nice little beach town, smaller than this. Did I spin around and let you see this French colonial building? There you go. Lots of French colonialism. See the one over there. There you go. Alright, I'll see you guys next time I get somewhere, and also if I find out what's going on with coronavirus. I've read online that some places are starting to open back up already, so that's good. Who knows? Catch you guys later. Oh, the volume went down again. Great.